Hi friends, welcome to Linux. Today we are going to discuss file permissions. So one of the important concept in Unix and Linux, file permissions. So what is permissions? Permissions is an important component of Linux that provides a secure method for storing files, which means you want to store files in a specific location with a security, then can choose the word file permissions. Linux is a multi-user operating system, so it has security to prevent people from accessing each other's confidential files. So each file and directory have 3 user-based permissions. So overall, Linux or Unix offers 3 user-based permissions. One is owner permissions, which means user permissions, and the second one is group permissions, and the third one is other permissions. So owner permissions means who created the resource. So for example, if I create any file, so who is the owner of that file? Myself only. So I am the owner of the file. So like it is a user permission. So what is group permissions? It determines what actions a user. So it is like a member of the group. And the third one is other permissions. It indicates what action all other users can perform on the file. So who created the file? It is a owner permissions, and any user belongs to group, then it is a group permissions, and except owner and group members, remaining all are others. So it is a others permissions. Then so file access modes. So Linux file permissions means the backend read permissions, write permissions, execute permissions. So read means grants the capability to read. So that is view the content of the file. It is possible to read the content of the file, viewing. And the second one is write permissions. Grants the capability to modify or remove the content of the file. So you want to modify the content or remove the content of the file, then write. And execute means user with execute permissions can run a file as a program. So that is called what? Third one. But you want to add permissions, remove permissions means you can use actions. Plus means add the permissions, minus means removes the permissions, equal means makes it the only permissions, that is override the permissions. And now what are the symbolic forms of permissions? I will show you here. Observe. So for example, the read value is 4. The read identification form is R. So like everyone must understand 3 values. What are those? Read 4, that read identification with R. And the second one is write. The write value is 2, but write notation is W. At the same time, execute is the third one. The execute value is 1, and then notation is X. So everyone must understand these 3 points. Read value 4, write value 2, execute value 1, numerical values. And now, so 3 user levels, like it is called what? User notation is U, then group notation is G, and others notation is O. So again 3 values: user U, group G, others O. Okay, so now I will show you here next important thing, what is umask. So umask in Linux is known as user mask, or it is also called user file creation mask. User mask or user file creation mask. It is a command that determines the setting of a mask that controls which file permissions are set for files and directories when they are created. It means if you create any new file or if you create any new directory, so by default the predefined permissions are generated by umask value. So means the user file creation mask generates predefined file permissions. These predefined permissions are assigned as per the value of the default mask. So for example, in my Linux, how to find the umask value? So the umask value, how to find it? Umask is the command, then user mask value is the what? 022. So actually what is the thing here? The maximum file permissions are 666. Then existing umask value is 022. Then you can subtract, then value is the what? 6 minus 0 6, 6 minus 2 4, 6 minus 2 4. So this is the value of default file permissions. So now here observe how to get default file permissions means, if I create any new file, touch space, my file name is for example Raju, then enter. So Raju file successfully created. If you check ls space -l Raju, then what is the thing? The default file permissions are read write, the combination read or read for w2, so 4 plus 2 6, then in the next one is 4, in the next one is 4, so that is 666. So I will tell you one important point here. What is that? So how to check the file permissions means, first ls space -l, so the file permissions fields are here. This is the what? File permissions field. And don't consider the first value. I told you the first value defines the what? File type. So hyphen means it is a file, d means directory, l means link file, like that. But second field onwards, it is a file permissions field. It is a file permissions field. But how to determine file permissions means, so for example, I want to copy this file, this line, just copy, and in the notepad just observe. In the notepad, this is the field, but the overall 9 fields are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 fields are there, but every 3 fields are one part. Every 3 fields are one part. This is the first field. Every 3 fields are one part. This is the what? First field, and next this is the second field, and this is the what? Third field. Okay, so now the first 3 fields are user permissions, and the next 3 fields are group permissions, and the next 3 fields are others permissions. So which means the first 3 fields are user, and then next 3 fields are group, and the last 3 fields are others. So these fields are related to other. So overall the numerical values are r value 4, then right value 2, then here it is called 0. So that is the first field, it is value 6, and the second one is here 4 plus 0 plus 0, so that is called what? 4 only. Then last one is 4 plus 0 plus 0, so this is the 4. So overall the file permissions field at default is what? 6, then it is called what? 4, and then it is called what? 4. So that's why you got your what? Default permission 644. But how to get default file permissions means based on your existing mask value. So the default mask value is 022. So what is the meaning? So this file is a what? Like for example Java file. Then what happened? This Java file able to access by the user read and write, and that is owner, and group members only read and others also read. So that is called what? 644 file permissions. But every file permissions has 9 fields, but every three fields are one part. First part is goes to user, second part goes to group, third part is belongs to others. So third part belongs to others. So this is overall calculation, file permissions calculation. So now see how to get the what default permissions. Even you create the what any new file, touch space, my file name is ABC. Then ABC file permissions are, observe, what is that? No, ls space hyphen l, my file name is xyz, already ABC is exist. Touch space, my file name is xyz. Then check it ls space hyphen l xyz. So now see that the first field is 6, second field is 4, and third field is 4. Then 644. So you able to get 644 is default. But how to get 644 means based on your umask value. So what is the umask value? 022. So maximum file permissions minus existing umask value equal to default file permissions. Default file permissions. So how to calculate the values? This is the what example. Okay. For example, what is the maximum permissions for directory? So for example, directory full permissions are 777. Then existing umask value is 022. Then the value is the what? The default directory permissions are 755. Because 7 minus 0 7, 7 minus 2 5, 7 minus 2 5. So now if you create any directory, so by default your privileges are mkdir. My directory name is, for example, Unix. My directory name is Unix. Then check it ls space hyphen ld, directory name is Unix. Then here see that the first three fields are read, write, execute means 7, and next 4 plus 1 because R4 X1 5, and again others also R4 X1. So 7 5 5. So now the default permissions are what? 755. So means if you create any new file in the Linux or Unix, by default under super user your file permissions are 644, but your directory permissions are default directory permissions are 755. But how to get these permissions 644 as a file and 755 as a directory means based on umask value. So the umask value defines default file permissions. Okay sir, I want to change my default file permissions because I want to set user level is I want to remove the write, and group level I want to add write, I want to remove X in other levels. Then how to change existing file permissions? Then we can use some tools like here command utilities. So what are the command utilities tools? chgrp to change the file directory permissions, and chgrp to change the group name, and chown to change the ownership of the file. But actually the first command is mistake guys. Actually the first command is chmod, not chgrp, both are same here. So what is the command to change file permissions means chmod. This is the command to change file permissions. So now how to change file permissions I will show you here. Now observe. So now just now we created one file, and even existing file is name is Java. So now my existing file name is Java. So the Java file permissions already read, write hyphen user level, read hyphen group level, and read only others level. So how to change file permissions means actually you have two methods, symbolic method and numerical method. Two methods are there, symbolic method and numerical method. So now I will show you how to change with symbolic. So now chmod is the command, and user level I want to add X permissions. So users notation is what U. So X means what? Execute, but by default read and write of Java file in the user level. So now I want to add X, then which file? Java file. So check it now. So now X permission successfully added in the user level because I specified U plus X means user to add X permissions. Okay, now chmod I want to add group level with write permission of my Java file. So now here is the Java file. The Java file already group level is the what? Read only mode. But I want to add write permission of group level. So this level. So now enter. So now check it now. Here group level write permission successfully added. And chmod, I want to remove even read from the others of Java file. So actually all others are accessing my Java file with read only mode. So I want to remove the what? Read mode from the others. Then enter. Then check it ls space -l Java. So now others are what? Not read, not write, not execute. So don't read, don't write, don't execute. But only who is the owner of this Java file? Root user can read, write, execute of Java file, and root group peoples can access the Java file with read and write. Except these two guys, remaining all are not read, not write, not execute. That is the meaning. Okay, you want to add chmod. Sir, I want to user level to remove X. I want to add group level execute. I want to add others level only read. Then my file name is Java. So even in the single line you can add user level, group level, other level permissions. Just give the comma. So now I am removing X permission from the user level because already read, write, execute. And group level I am adding X because already read and write X is not there. But other level completely null. So that's why I added the what? R. Now enter. Check it all. Excuse me. So now user level read and write, group level read, write, execute, but other levels read only. But one more important thing, in the chmod, sir, user level, group level, other level is equal to read of Java file. Then what is the meaning? To override existing permissions. Now it will add read only of all. That is user level is read, group level is read, others level is read. So when will you specify equal to override existing permissions? Then it will add new one only. So now all are able to do with read only of Java file. So these are the what? Three operators. Plus means adding permissions, minus means removing permissions, equal means override the permissions. Okay, so then one more example, one more method for changing file permissions. So now I want to add chmod 541 of Java file. Then remember everyone, the first value goes to user level, and the second value for group level, and the third value for others level. That is meaning 3 values only. But which combination is 5? So sir, read and execute, correct, because read 4 and execute 1. So read and execute combination 5. So user can read and execute of Java file, and 4 combination is what? Read only. Okay, yes, group members read only of Java file, and which combination? 1 execute. Yes, others will execute Java file only. So check it now. Yes, read and execute of user, read only of group members, and execute only for others. Okay sir, chmod 751 of Java file. Then user 7 combination means read, write, execute. Group members means read and execute. Others means execute only, because 1. Check it. Read, write, execute, read, execute, execute only. So now I want to set full permissions of like 666 of Java file. Then everyone with read and write. See that? So now I want to set 600 of Java file. So one are only read and write, but remaining groups and others with null only. Okay, chmod just 400 of Java file. So then here it is called what? Only user read, remaining all are 00. So why need to set up AWS instances permissions are 400. The key pair should be 400. because who created the key pair, those peoples with read only, and remaining all peoples are what, null. So that's why you should keep it the what AWS instance with what 400 only. So one are only read and remaining all are the what 00. Then only you able to connect the instance. Right. So you want to set up chmod sar 7 and 6 like 1 yes of Java file. Then what is the meaning? User read write execute, group members read and write, others only execute. So compared to first one, this numerical method is very easy. But you want to execute this kind of commands, you must remember three values: read 4, write 2, execute 1. You know these three values, then file permissions are easy. Sir, what about directories? Okay, for example, we have some directories. ABC directory, AWS directory is there, for example. So now in the ls space -ld, my directory name is AWS. Already these directory permissions are user read write execute, group members read and execute, others also read and execute. So how can I set up chmod? I want to keep 610 of AWS. So then what is the meaning? The owner read and write, group members execute only, but others nothing. Then check it. So user read write, groups only execute, others nothing. So like you want to change, write 7 sar 5 1 only, or 751 only, then AWS directory. Then check it. So owner read write execute, group members read and execute, others only execute. But in that case, one important thing. For example, the permissions are applicable to only parent directory of AWS. But actually, in the ls space -l AWS, lot of subfiles are there. See that every subfile with read write and read default file permissions only. But recently I changed the what AWS directory permissions. Owner read write execute, group members read and execute, others only execute. But sir, I want to set the what same parent privileges to my subfiles and subdirectories. Then how can you set recursive privileges? Recursive, so means inheritance privileges. So then chmod -R sir 755 of AWS. So generally without R means these 755 permissions are applicable to only AWS directory. Now with R means the permissions are recursive. Recursive means even the AWS folder including subfiles and subdirectories, everything will get the what 755 only. Then check it, the folder of AWS is 755, the subfiles of AWS is again 755. So you want to get entire folder with same permissions, then you can use -R. But without R means only the permissions applicable to only parent but not any subfiles and subdirectories. That is called what? R for recursive. So this is the way in the environment to set up the what file permissions. And okay, so now one more option I will tell you. Sir, already my file is a ABC, or my file is a XYZ, or my file is a Raju. So the Raju file permissions are read write, read only. And now I have a one other file in the ls space -l, my file name is Java. Then Java file name is, permissions are read write execute, read write and execute only. Okay, I want to set up the same Java privileges to Raju file. Sir, already existing files permissions are Java read write execute only. But I cannot modify the what same file permissions of Java like a reference file of Raju. Or so my reference file name is Java, I want to set Java files to Raju. So you don't know how to set up the what file permissions, just call the what reference of existing file. So how to call the reference of existing file? chmod is the option, -reference. Reference file is the what? Java. I want to set Java file permissions to Raju. So now enter. So check it. Actually Java file permissions are what? See that same permissions, read, write, execute, read, execute. But now the Raju also get the what? Same file permissions. Just check it. Yes, see that the same permissions. So you want to call the reference, then we can use the hyphen reference field. So what is the meaning? So now I want to set the what? Privileges to Raju from the Java file. So I want to set same Java file permissions to Raju. Then how to reference it? Hyphen reference bit space which file reference you want. I want to set Java file reference to Raju file. Then here is that. So this is called what? A reference. So this is the way in the environment to setting of file permissions. So you want to setting of read, you want to setting of write, you want to setting execute, then you follow these methods, either symbolic or numerical method. Then the second command is, that is chgrp. So what is the chgrp command? Chgrp used to change group name. It is used to change group name. So what is the meaning? For example, sir, I want to set the word permission chmod 614 of my Java file. So now actually the Java file permissions are here: user only read and write, owner only read and write, but group member only execute, others only read. Right, this is the file permissions. But who is the owner of this Java file? The owner is root. Then what is the group name of Java file? This Java file belongs to root group. Okay, I want to change the group name because I want to add this Java file into dev department. I want to add this Java file into cloud department. I want to add this Java file into networking team. Then how can you change the group name? But by default, every file initially belongs to same username. Every file belongs to with same group name. So what is the username as well as the group name also with username. So for example, if I create username Raju, so the group name also with Raju. If I create username is Ravi, then group name also with Ravi. So the by default username and group name both are same, but you want to change both, and you can change it. So like for example, first you need to create a group. Actually how to create a group add is the command. But later I will tell you the full description of group add command, user add command in the user and group administration lectures. But in the group add command, so I want to make a new group. The group name is cloud team. So now the group successfully created cloud team. So now chgrp to change group name. The group name is cloud team. The cloud team the Java file belongs to the what? Cloud team. Then enter. Check it ls space -l now Java file. So now Java file belongs to cloud team. Then cloud team peoples can access with execute of Java file. So now who is the owner of the Java file now? Root user. The root can access with read write of Java file. Then cloud team peoples can access the Java file with execute only. And remaining all are the what others can read of the Java file. That is the meaning. So how to change group name means this is the way. Then the third one is chown is the command. So that is called to change ownership of the file. To change ownership of a file. So how to change the ownership? So ownership means to change the what? Username. To change the what? Owner name. So how to change the owner name? So I will show you here. Example. First make it the user add. My username is Raju, for example. So already Raju user is exist, no problem. In the ls space -l, the file name, the Java file owner name is Raju, root only. So means the root user access the Java file with the read and write. Now I want to change the what? Owner name. chown is the command. Then it is called what? Username Raju. The file name is Java. So now check it, who is the owner of the Java file now onwards? The Java file owner is Raju. So Raju access the Java file with read write permissions, and group peoples can access with execute only, and others peoples can access read only. Okay, so this is called what? To change the what? Ownership. But with the help of the chown command, you can change at a time owner name and also group name. So how to change? For example, ls space even directory is also same. So AWS, okay, ls space -ld, my directory name is AWS. So AWS owner is root and group name also root. I told you just now what it is. Initially by default every username and group name same. Every username and group name is same. So according to user private group scheme. So now here I want to change chown. The owner name is Raju, the group name cloud team. So now my group name is cloud team, of the file name is AWS. So now at a time to change the what? Both owner name and group name, but here field separated with what? Colon. Then enter, both are running with what? See that owner name is Raju, group name is cloud team. Okay, so that is called what? chown command. But not only here, you want to change the things of subfiles and subdirectories. Actually see that the AWS file owner is Raju, group name is cloud team. But if you check the what subfiles of AWS, but so it is not affected to subfiles and subdirectories because I am not specified or. But you want to change subfiles and subdirectories and everything, again option is common for everything. So R recursive, then check it ls space -l. Now every username is, every file user owner is what? Raju, every file group name is the what? Cloud team. So this is overall file permissions concept. So these three commands are very important. So that is first use chmod is the command, and the second one is chgrp is the command, and the third one is chown is the command. Okay, please do the what? More practicals and more examples, because file permissions concept is important.